Hi there, it's Karen here from Turquoise Treasures. Welcome back to my channel and to week 44 of Roxy's weekly challenge. And this week it's fun ways to recycle junk mail envelopes. So I've got my junk mail envelopes here ready. I've only got out 3 because I don't have very many anyway, and I know that I'm not going to make more than that. You know what I'm like. So I thought I'd just get 3 out, and I haven't got a great deal of time anyway because I'm going out for lunch with some friends. So I'm going to have to crack on, but I have to say, I've just sat down to start the video and look what arrived in the post. It just came through my letterbox and I was just so excited I had to open it. It's my parcel from Rachel. It's the it's her Christmas Florentine pack, and it's so gorgeous. And then she's put in a few extra Christmassy bits, and wow, can't wait to use that. I might even use it on this project, I don't know, but I shall probably just stroke it for a bit and, you know, I will have trouble actually using it, I think, but I must try and use it in my Christmas project. So, but I just thought I'd show you that it. I don't know if you can see because it's probably a bit the light bouncing off it a little bit. But yeah, I'm very excited about that. So I just thought I'd show you that. Let's put it somewhere out of the way for the moment, and then I'll go and gloat over it for a little bit afterwards. Okay, let's get started. So I've got these envelopes. So I'm a bit sort of not sure how this is going to go because they are quite a bit longer than the pages I'm going to be using. I am going to be doing a journal. I finally made my mind up what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to cut this down here, I think. And I will start that fairly soon. I think I'll probably do a video just making some ephemera because I have got some masterboards from last year that I want to use up, so I might just start with that just to get myself into the Christmas making groove. But I have printed off some pages that I'm going to use in my journal. So the idea, as I believe, is we use this back piece. So I might just cut this down here as well. Then we make some sort of side tuck with the piece that we normally throw away. So that's a very good idea. So that's the window bit. This bit is all very jaggedy, but I think we have to try and take this piece off, which seems to be coming off. I shouldn't have said it was coming off well because then it stopped. Just try and glue it, take it off from this side. There we are, that's come off all right. I've got these funny little bits here, but I've got one of my pages here that I'm going to use in my journal. This is some of that gorgeous wallpaper from Tailor-Made Journals, the vintage wallpaper, and I love these papers, so I'm going to use some of these in the journal. I'm going to use an eclectic mix of all the kits that I've bought over the last couple of years. I've only bought one new kit, and that's one of Rachel's Christmas kits, the first one, I think, number 1. But I thought I'm just going to do a mixture of kind of favourite papers from all the kits that I've bought over the past couple of years. So I thought that would be quite a fun thing to do, rather than just buying a new kit specially. Now, I think I'm going to take this piece off. I don't really want that, I don't think, or that bit anyway. So I'm going to have to cut it down and then round it off again. So maybe I'll just cut off one end, that bit there. So I might just take it slightly smaller, back that side, back that. And there. Trim it off and then I'll round it to match the other side. So there we are. Kind of just match that side. kind of imperfectly, but never mind. So then we have the side tuck. It's actually quite a deep one, isn't it? Do I need it to be as deep as that? Because I think the ones Rachel was using had a V shape here, which mine don't have. I don't know if any of them do. They're all slightly different. Well, this one I think might do. That one might have the V shape. Don't know about this one. Oh, that might as well. Oh well, maybe I'll do one of these and then one with a V shape. Let's see. Not V shape, like a curve here. Maybe I'll just prepare them all first and then I'll cover them all. Maybe that's the thing to do. I think I'll just use this, it'll be quicker. Right. So I've just been down to the post office. I've just come back from posting off my fairy journal. Finally had to let it go. It was a bit sad really because I have enjoyed it and I do love it. But I've got approval from my youngest daughter that she thinks it's a good idea to send it. You know, I just wanted her to kind of say, yes, I think she'll like it. I've not had a chance to show it to my other daughter. We just didn't. I thought if I got it out while Alyssa was around, it probably would be a disaster. So I didn't. Yeah, Hannah's had a look at it and she seems to think that my niece will like it. So I'm going to have to cut this with my scissors because that's won't fit in my trimmer. Yeah, so off it went this morning and it's wending its way. I'm hoping it gets there in time. I'm not hugely confident because I know there's some issues with post. I saw Natasha from Treasure Books saying that she was regretting she couldn't send some of the things she was putting in her Etsy shop internationally this year because of the issues with post. So if you can't send out, then presumably you can't receive either very quickly. Hopefully they will. Should I leave that one there? No, take that off. I can't remember how much of Rachel pulled hers apart. She took these bits off, but they just feel like they're a bit more bulk than you need once you've covered them. I'm very tempted to put these back these onto some book page because they're quite thin, and even with paper on, I'm wondering if they're a bit thin, if things are going to go in and out. Right, so there's one, but that's again going to be too big. So let's size it down a bit. If I do it evenly, then I'll get this piece will be the same both ends then, won't it? Roughly. Got it there. Got it there. Okay. Get rid of these bits. Right, let's just check the size. Yeah, that should fit okay. Okay, that's that one. And I'll just do one more. Not going to need loads, I'm only making one journal. But I might save one for next year. Well, this one's in a mess, isn't it? Really tore that one about. Okay, let's just trim the top and bottom. Separate it out. I think all the jaggedy edges on the on the window side anyway, so I'm not going to have to deal with that too much. That goes there. Oh, you're saying? Oh yes, it was a mess, but it doesn't matter because that bit's coming off. So not terribly easily on this one. Alright, I have to leave that, it's just quite firmly stuck, that piece, but I'm not going to worry about that too much. Alright, and let's measure it again. So I'm going to have to trim it off once more, and trim it. Make sure it's even top and bottom. Trim it there, trim it there. And then we can start to cover it. I've tried not to print off too much extra, too many extra pages, but I had used quite a lot of what I had, so I struggled a bit to find some pieces that I can use for this, but I think I've got some without having to print off too many more. I'm on the special, on the what do you call it, the subscription for HP Instant Ink, but when I thought I was going to hospital, I reduced the amount of pages I could print in a month, because I thought I wouldn't be doing any printing for a couple of months with being in hospital and insulin and stuff. So I changed my subscription and reduced it, and then of course it all changed, so I'm now having to be really careful how many prints I take off. I don't want to change it back again right now, because I will be needing to, I won't be doing much printing probably January, February maybe. So I'm just being a bit careful how much printing I do and just keeping on the lower subscription for a little while. Luckily I had a whole load of rollover pages that I'm now already into, and it's only the second day in the month. I'm already into my rollover pages, but hopefully I won't need to print an awful lot more. So, okay, so I've got some of these are the Christmas wrapping paper from Tailor Made Journals that I love. And I thought one of these would be quite nice because, yep, and it will go on so many of the pages that I'm doing, because I'm going to use some of these. I've got some of quite a few different kits. I don't know how well it'll go. It'll certainly be eclectic, that's for sure. Okay, so what I want is to do it that way, don't I? On there. Yep. Yeah. Okay, so just use this underneath, and then I might actually glue it onto this piece of book page just to strengthen it a bit. I'll see how it feels after I put on the wrapping paper. If it was real wrapping paper, it'd probably be thick enough, but of course it's just copy paper. It's not very thick, so. And I'm going to use my tacky glue because it's quicker than trying to do the glue stick. But it is a bit messier, but I think it'd be okay. I don't think it matters which way around I put the... hang on, if I put the glue on the wrong side, well, it doesn't really matter now, does it? Hopefully the blue on the back of the envelope won't show through. I meant to glue it on the white side. Oh well, let's have a look. Let's hope it's not showing through. No, it doesn't, it's fine. Oh, except that it's sticking out a bit at the side. Just move it across a little bit. I haven't put it on entirely straight. That's better. Right. Okay. So We did have some very exciting family news at the weekend. Something I've been waiting to hear for quite a long time. My youngest daughter and her boyfriend got engaged. And I was very excited. We were all very excited. I think my elder daughter nearly exploded with excitement. I think she's already set up a Pinterest board, and I think she's going to be very involved with organisation. I think my younger daughter, the one who's got engaged, is still kind of getting her head around it all. But it was lovely, lovely news. At last, a wedding in the family. Been waiting for this. Both girls have been with their partners for quite a long while. Obviously, Jenny and her partner decided that their first priority was to first buy a house and then to have a baby. The wedding may come later, who knows. I'm just going to do a bit of smoothing. So this is going to be a tuck on this side. So it'll be like that. I'm wondering, oops, it's not very glued down at the edges there. I'm still thinking I might have to back it, but now where's my art glitter glue gone? I'm looking and I can't see it. I'm sure it's here somewhere. It's just one of those things and it's just in front of you. Oh, there it is. It's fallen over. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Oh, my pin's got a bit stuck, so the whole topper came off. Let's see if I can get a bit more glue in here. Yeah, I was still adding things to the fairy journal, so I'm back on the fairy journal now because it's in my mind for this morning, because I sent it off this morning and I've been getting it wrapped up and stuff, and yeah, I was still adding things to it yesterday. I decided to pop loads of little photographs that I printed off on my HP. No, that's not a Sprocket. No, it's the Kodak Step printer that I've got. It's my little instant printer. And I printed off a load of photographs of the family, and I was popping them into all the pockets. I thought that might be something she'd quite like to come across. I've got some people's faces just sort of peeping out all through the journal. I thought that might be quite nice for them, because they must feel very far away from us. Well, they are very far away from us. They're the other side of the world. But obviously we haven't seen them for many, many years now. So, even though we do keep in touch and Facebook and things, but it's not the same, is it? As seeing people you love. Right, there we go. So that's one. Okay, I'm not sure about the stability of that at the moment, but I think I'll just crack on for now and just cover them. At least it doesn't really seem to need an awful lot of decoration. I probably will add something, but this is quite decorative, and Rachel didn't do a lot of decorating on hers, so I don't feel I have to either right now. Right, so this one I'm definitely going to want that to go that way, so I want to cover it on this side. So what other papers have I got here? I've got some Crafty Cat Christmas here, which is rather good. I'm using one of those in my journal too, so I don't want to use the same one as I'm using in the journal. Maybe this one. Let's see if he'll fit. He's a bit wide, isn't he? Is he going to be too fit? Let me see if I can fit Santa on. I'll just tear it down there. That'll be fine. Okay, is he going to no, I think that'll be all right. glue on here. Yuck. Big blob. I did have a pin knocking around, but I don't know what I've done with it. I'll use this one. I said it's quicker than the glue stick, but if it doesn't come out, that kind of disproves it, doesn't it? Somewhat, if it's not going to actually start to flow. Once it's flowing, it's pretty good stuff. But it sometimes takes a while to get it going. Here we go. It's like it gets a little bit a bit clogged or something, and then once it's broken the seal, like now, it comes out quite fast. And yeah, plenty of it this time. Okay. Try and make sure I put that on as straight as I can. And right. Oops. Let's just trim it off. And this bit round here. Now, most of my junk mail envelopes, they tend to be the bigger size. But I have a few of these. So but what often happens with these ones, these little ones, I don't know why, more on these ones than the others. If I show you, I don't know if one of them had it on. They have this orange mark on them. So this one has got it. Goes right over the plastic. So when you decorate around it and then use it, you can just see this orange mark across it. I'm going to have to cut this one out, I think, and redo it. The others are okay, but for some reason some of them, I think it's to do with the machine it goes through at the depot or wherever it is, this post place. Right, I think one thing I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to trim it down a little. I think they're a little wide for my journal. So I'm going to trim it a bit, and I'm going to back it, I've decided. Just a little bit. And do the same with the other one, I think. Just going to trim it a little. I think it's just a little bit wider than I want for a side tack. And then I'm going to back it onto this piece of book page. I've decided. So I think when you've got things going in and out, you need to make it as strong as you can. And I think these are they feel a bit flimsy to me. Make sure I get into the corners. I'll be able to get them both out this one. glue spread out. I can see it coming out onto my mat now, so we'll just get out some wipes. A wipe. Don't need more than one, do I? Right, quickly get that wipe there. Don't want any glue all over this if I can avoid it. Now I wonder if this will fit. What's gone on the floor? Let me top off of this. I wonder if I can fit that on there too. Is it gonna? No, it's not quite big enough. I've got another one, it's alright. Right. I'm just going to trim this. This is not exciting to watch, I do realise. Maybe I'll do the others off camera. Just felt I needed to make it just a little bit more sturdy. So I'll do the other tucks off camera, backing them with the book page. I've got one more to cover, haven't I? So I've just got to see what I can find. Make them all a little bit different. And then I've got some choices as to which ones I put in my journal then, haven't I? So I've got that. So they're very different. A little bit on the bobbly side. I think that's the problem. Maybe I'll try the other one with the glue stick and see if that looks any better, because they are a little bit, they do dry, well, they do come up a little bit bobbly with the glue. Yeah, I'll do that. Right, I've got to find another kit to use. Maybe I'll use some of this Vintage Studio 717, the red and green Christmas scroll. Bought this last year as a digital kit. Really pretty. I think I bought this when I couldn't get hold of Rachel's Christmas Florentine pack last year. They'd all sold out before I got around to having a look. So I think Gail was using this kit, so I thought, well, that looks very Florentine-y, so I think I'll get that. So that's what I've done, and I really love it. And now I've got the Florentine kit as well. Woohoo! So I have many beautiful pages to use. Okay, so I'm going to use that one. And there's my last remaining. So which way do I want it? This is a different shape, isn't it? I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. Just a little bit. Just think for the size of my pages, it's just a little bit deep, not too bad. Okay. And I think I'm going to have it that side, so I'm going to do that. Okay, let's try it with the glue stick, see if that looks any better. This one will need a bit of decoration because it's more of a background page, isn't it? Right, I'm going to put that one there. That on here. Okay. Yep, that's all gone on quite nicely. I don't know why I didn't use this in the first place. Sometimes I do find it a bit hard work using the glue stick, but actually that was quite easy. Oh well. Let's just trim this off, and then I think we'll do a little bit of decorating on it. Keep looking at my clock and freaking out because it's still on old on summertime. My clock, I haven't changed it yet. My clock, by keeping him in my room. But all our rest of our clocks, we all went back at the weekend. Went back an hour, so I'm all good for time really. I just have to get around to doing that as well. Alright, it's quite nice, although I seem to have got a bit of a white edge here, so I'll just trim that a little bit. Okay. I will back this after. Okay, so I'm going to do some decorating on here. Let's have a look, see what I've got. I've just bought this amazing kit for fussy cutting. I'll just grab it. It's by an Etsy shop called Eclectic Eggplant, which is a very unusual name and one you don't forget easily. And there are pages and pages and pages of fussy cut pieces and journal cards like this. Absolutely gorgeous. There's loads of them. I mean, it's just an amazing kit. But also included in it, you cut out and stick together these envelopes to put all your bits in. So you get 2 envelopes to cut out and print off and cut out, which have got the Christmas music on. So this one's Joy to the World. So I've got my journal cards going in there. And this one is Oh Come All Ye Faithful. And so I've got the fussy cuts going in here. And I've only cut a few out because it's going to take me a while to work through all these. But I thought I'd just make a start, and I'll just keep going and cutting a few more, or cut them as I need them. But I just think that was an amazing kit, and I'm probably going to use that quite a lot in this in my journal this year. So let's see if I can find something to go on this side tuck. So I have this little angel-y girl. Oh, I love a Christmas tree. There's a Christmas tree. It's a bit wide, isn't it? A little bit wide. I mean, I could trim it a little bit, but I don't really want to do that. Probably take me ages now to find just the thing I want on this side tuck. I've got quite a lot of small pieces. Got anything else that might fit? There's Santa. It's a bit small. I haven't got many things that are tall and thin. I don't know if there's anything even in the kit that's tall and thin. Will she go on? She's nice. I think he's too red. I like him though. Just see if I've got anything. There's another Christmas tree. Let's have a look at that. What's nice about these, I mean, quite a few people do these, when you get a bit of a border around each thing to fussy cut, so that you don't feel you have to go right in and out. You've got a little grey border that makes life a lot easier, so you can whiz around them quite a bit quicker that way. without having to go in and out all the little nooks and crannies, because to avoid having too much white around the edge. That's rather nice, makes life much easier, especially when there's lots of things to cut out, like with this kit. Oops. Just wiggle my way around the branches. But really, it doesn't take very long. Just cut off the bottom of here. Put that there, and then have something over the top, at the top, like something like that, maybe. No. I've got this. The bells. Put the tree down there. Put the bells up here. Little house. I think maybe him and the bells. Bells just seem a bit out of proportion to the rest of it. Just seem a little large. I hope, because a lot of these things are repeated in different sizes. So I've got that one which is smaller, but I'm not sure it goes on here. Just something. I want to find something that actually stands out against the red. That's too big. Just look to see if there's anything else. Got a bird with some holly. Could. I think that's too big, this one. I'm quite liking this card. I'm thinking you could make it into a little tuck on the tuck spot, on the tuck sort of thing. I'll just see. Most of these I've printed on to 160 GSM, I think. So it's just a little bit thicker. So you could put that there and have that as a little side tuck there, couldn't you? Could do. Might do that. I just got to round that corner. That didn't go in very well. Do it properly. It's only small. Maybe I'll make it a bit bigger. Use the bigger corner rounder. Make it a bit more obvious. That's better. Is it? Oh, maybe not. I've just messed it up now. I'm going to take off this little border here. And then I'll ink it and it'll look better. Right. For some reason this corner did not quite round off as well as I have liked, so I'm just going to help it along a little bit. Tidy it up. right. So I think I might make that a little tuck here and then put the... I still think this is too big. What else can I put at the top there? Have I got anything that I've cut out? No. I'm going to have to do my little robin on the holly. There's so many options with this kit, and it's nice that they give you the several of the fussy cuts. You're getting about 3 different sizes, so you just find the one that works on the bit you're doing, I guess. I should probably just sit one afternoon and try and get as many of these cut out as I can. Just takes time. And this week I've got so much going on. Did nothing last week, and this week I've got something happening pretty well every day. That's why I'm squeezing this in before I go out, which I don't usually like to do, because I feel I've got to rush, and I don't like rushing. But I should be all right. I have got time. Okay, it's all curling up this. Okay, let's see. That's going to go on there. And that's going to go down there. Yeah, I quite like that. I think that will work. So I'm going to just glue it across the bottom. And then up the side. Like that. And then just add a little bit of, just to match in with the other one, a little bit of brown around the edge. Doesn't really need a lot, because it does have that little border. And I'm just going to pop him right there. There we are. That's that one. A tuck on a tuck. Well, I suppose it's a side pocket rather than a tuck spot, but there we are. Okay. Just move these a bit out of the way. And then I'll call it a day, I think. I have made 3. I haven't done anything with the window pockets. I might do those in another video. Come back and do cover those, because I quite like to make those into little pockets. I don't know what I've done with the ones I've made now. Where have I put them? Okay, it's pretty ridiculous how long it took me to find these two. They just got completely buried in my papers. What's interesting is, if you can see, this is the one I did with the glue stick, this one that's all curled up, and this is the one I did with, these are the ones I did with the tacky glue, which are laying lovely and flat. So that's a difference I hadn't even reckoned on. So I just thought this looked a bit bare up here, so I've got one of the fussy cuts from that eclectic eggplant kit, just this one here. So I'm just going to pop that on, and then we're going to call it a day. Just get my little book out, glue that on. So that's what the difference then, one of the differences between using the tacky glue and using the glue stick is that the glue stick makes it all curl up, and I hadn't even thought of that. I hadn't kind of compared them and done it at the same time in that way. I think once I back it, it'll be fine. I'll back it with some book page and it'll be fine. It probably would flatten down. put something over it as well, I'm sure. Yeah, I just felt this was a bit bare at the top here, so I just thought that would be quite a nice wishing you Christmas cheer right at the top there would be rather good. So there we are, there's those three. I may still think of something I want to put on here, I'm not sure yet. But at the moment I'm quite happy with how they've turned out. So thank you so much for joining me. I will be starting on my Christmas journal. I think this week, finally getting my head into it. So I'll see you soon with all of that. Bye for now.